because that's our superpower.
Hi there, my name is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage and welcome back. We're going to look at all the things that I have worked on in the last week basically. Alterations, my least favorite thing. But what happened was I looked at my wardrobe and I realized that there were all these things that I don't wear because there were small things wrong with them. And some of them were just upcycles that I had to get done so I can wear them. So the first thing is this dress. I love this dress. It's one of my favorites, but it goes up like an empire style, and I just got to a point where I realized I'm not grabbing it because of the gathers that made me look pregnant. Now I'm carrying extra weight, but I don't want to look pregnant. So one of the things that I know work is if you have an empire waist, to give it a band. So I had some leftover fabric and I gave this one a band and now it fits beautifully. The next thing is this. This was a sweet little knee-length dress. I think it's a Gap dress that my friend got me and I never wore it. As a top, I'm going to wear it a lot. Then it was this dress. It was a dress that I found in a Goodwill and it was just too short. So what I did is I had some of my lining from my coat left over. I gave it a little frill on the sleeve. It was also too big, so I made the sleeve smaller, the shoulders smaller, made the dress a bit smaller, and then I gave it a petticoat in the same red as the one that I added to the sleeve. And I love it. It's the right length and it looks cute and it's going to be perfect for the season. Then there was this top. It was just cut straight. Is as soon as you add this little cut up on the side of a blouse, especially if it's cut straight, you add length and you add dimension and immediately you don't look like you are cut in half. I did the same with this one and then I finished this. This was a pillowcase that I got with that red dress in Silver City and I turned it into this cute little vest top. And it's so comfy and so nice and warm. Lastly, not lastly. Then I have this dress. I love this dress. It had like a elastic in the waist, which I took out when I got the dress. But it was 3/4. So the dress was very flare, so I took some of the flare out. Used that to lengthen the sleeve. And now it's not as flare. I also reshaped the bodice so it fits me better. And I actually like this dress a lot more now. Lastly, this was another dress like the red one, but I couldn't make it longer. It was a bit smaller than the red one and I didn't have any fabric to make it longer. And I also thought I already have the red dress, so why have another dress that's just in green? So I turned this into a jacket. I have a lot of this green in my cupboard, and by making this into a jacket, I will actually wear it a lot. What I love about this is I firstly tried to do the buttonholes on my machine, but these buttons are so small that it just didn't look right. So I gave it buttonholes by hand. I think it looks really cute with these buttons. I'm going to wear this a lot because it's just the right weight for when I'm back in South Africa and I need to put something on that's not too warm, but that gives me that little bit extra cover. Only thing is, my dyslexia kicked in and I ended up doing the buttons the wrong way around. Usually if you have button placket, for female it goes like this, for men it goes like this. I did it like the men's one, but I'm still going to wear it and I'm still going to love it. And it ends just in the right height for dresses, so I really am looking forward to having this. Now I'm going to show you how I made it all. It's 2:15 actually. And there's some things over there that I need to finish. And I haven't been wanting to finish it. So you're going to keep me company and we're going to sit down and do these things today. And see how much we get done. First thing is to make this vest. I have this knitted little vest. And I'm just going to copy the pattern because it's quite loose. I will line it with the back of the pillowcase. And then I've got this binding that came off the pillowcases. And I will bind it and maybe just give it a tie. The next thing, then I want to turn this dress into a top. Because as a dress, I don't really gravitate to it. But I know I will wear it a lot as a top. I went ahead and cut it out. And afterwards I sat down and sewed all the seams together and overlocked. I did this off camera because I wanted to get it done. I'm now going to do the binding around the sleeve. The binding at the bottom has been done already. And then we just need to do the binding around the neck and the tie. I think I need to give it another tie maybe over here and maybe one down here. I'm not sure about that, but I think another one here will really work. But overall, I like it. I've unpicked the dress and the skirt is separate now, and I cut the piece that I need to add, but I've just realized I didn't cut it wide enough. So the piece that was left over on the side, I've just made strips, and I'm going to add it in and then just have the lace over it. So what I will do is just add that in over there between the top part and this part, and then add this over it. So you won't see where I've connected the two. So I finished this one and then I put it on, and it's just the shoulders is too wide. So I've unpicked the shoulders and I'm going to make it smaller and then put the binding back on, and I need to make another little tie and then it's done. I need to finish this blue top, which was a dress, and then I'll get to the things that's hanging over there. I want this rail to be empty, so let's see how far I get. One of the things that I've learned through many years of dressing people and doing alterations is a curved hem on a top looks better than a straight one. A straight one cuts you in half, where the curve actually elongates your legs and makes you look slimmer. So this is what I did for these tops. I then moved on to this dress and unpicked the front seams of all the panels. Let's talk about this dress. I love it, but what I didn't like, it had an elastic in the middle, so I've taken it out and just give it elastic in the back. And then it had very flary panels, so I've cut them straight, especially in the middle, and it's very pretty, but I just found there was too much fabric. So this is what I got off these two pieces. And then also the sleeves are 3/4, and 3/4 they literally stop here. I just don't like it. So if I take some of this and make pieces to add on, they will end up here. So I'm going to make the sleeves longer, make the skirt a bit less flared, and I'm sure then I will love this dress much more and actually gravitate towards wearing it. For these two tops, I have done the little cut in on the sides. I just find that makes your legs look longer, and especially this one, it was just too short. It literally cut me in half. And with this one, it was also cut straight, but when I sat, it pulled. It was not too small, it just pulled. So I also gave it that cut. Just need to put the hems in for these two and then they are done. And in this one, I have a bit of work to do, but I'm starting to get through all the alterations that I want to do. I have made the shoulders narrower and I'm now just putting the binding back on. And then I also gave it an extra tie. So this is almost done. I gave it darts on the side and I like this ribbons. And yes, it's a nice body warmer. I'm sure I'm going to wear it a lot. The two extensions for the sleeves has been done. So I've sewed them together and overlocked. And now I'm going to add them to the sleeves on the dress. It is so interesting. I have literally been wanting to fix this dress since I got it last year. And I wore it 3 times in the whole of last year because it just didn't fit right. So the side seam needs to be done and part of the hem at the bottom. And then this one is also finished. Oh, and I need to make the elastics on the arms smaller. Then this one is done. When I do this type of filtration on the hem, I just iron the roll hem. And then you can actually get the shape really well. Because the iron steams it out so it fits nice and flat on all the curves. So I've done this now with this one and with this blouse. And I'm now going to put the hems in. I don't have this red, so I will do this just in cream. And for that one, I have brown. So, but just chocolate brown. But I don't think you will see it. And then I can move on to my navy blue top. The last of the hems. I've ironed this. And I only have brown, so I'm just going to sew it with normal chocolate brown. You don't really see the brown. If you don't have exactly the right color, make sure it's got the right undertone. So this is like a muddy rust brown, and the brown I used for stitching is also like a muddy undertone. Look at the beautiful weather. We have a a misty day and it's fine mist rain. So cool and cozy and spooky. I just love it. And I think with weather like this, those lights need to come on. So this dress I love. I love the fabric and I love the print. But I like this line, but I feel like the way it looks now, it just makes me look pregnant. So something that I've learned through the years is to add a band that goes over it. By doing something like this, it just defines, there's not that straight little line and then the gathers. It actually makes it look like the gathers come from under the line. So I need to do that to this dress because I'm not wearing it because of this. I love this line, but I don't like all these gathers here. But I need those gathers because I have a tummy. So this solution that I'm showing you here, I have done it often with things that didn't look right. And I'm going to do it with this dress. So I've sewed it together there. And then I've just sewed the edge and turned it inside out and ironed it. And now I'm going to pin it to the dress. I'm really chuffed with how nicely this came out. This was the dress that I showed you earlier, and I have added a piece. I will add this lace over there, and that will pick up from the sleeve. And of course, if you want your clothes to look not homemade and more professional, just as you go along, iron your seams flat, and that will give you a more professional finish. The thing is, when you do this, when you iron as you go along, you can actually see where things don't line up and all of those things. Okay, that one didn't work. This is too thick. I don't like that. And I don't have enough lace for the side. So I'm just going to cut it off because I've sewed it so many times. There's no way I can unpick. I can unpick it, but it's going to take me the whole day. And then I will sew this onto there, and what I like about this, the lace is already in place, so I don't have to worry about sewing down the lace. So today was a good one. I finished the blue one. I did the hems on these two. I also finished this dress and I finished this one. This is the next thing I want to change. I love this dress, but it's just too short, so I need to make it longer. But I do not have extra fabric, so I will have to make a plan and add some other fabrics. And then it's very big on my shoulders, and I need to make it smaller here. And then there's this one. It's the same as the other one, it's just a little bit different, but it's really short. And I think I need a green jacket more than I need another dress. So this I'm going to turn into a jacket. So if I pick this jacket, I now need to iron this part, and then I'm just going to sew it into that part and fold it over for my buttons. And I think I'm just going to give it a hem because I don't want a fancy jacket. I just want a basic jacket that I can wear with things. And then there's this dress. I've made it, cut it smaller on the sides, cut the shoulders smaller, and to make it longer, I have this acetate lining, which is exactly the color. So I'm going to put a little frill on the sleeve, and I'm just going to add a piece this much, double of the lining at the bottom. Update on the jacket. I'm busy putting the hem in by hand, and I've put some stiffening in there, and I'm now going to sew it down all the way and then make buttonholes. It's the one thing I really hate to do, but I'm going to put my brave panties on and make buttonholes. It's not that bad. Anybody can do it. I don't know why I have such a block. I do them. I've done them. I've done thousands in my lifetime, and I still hate making buttonholes. But today, on the 31st of December 2024, I'm going to make 7 buttonholes. I ended up making those buttonholes by hand because my machine just didn't want to play along. But I have a challenge for you for 2025. Go and look in your wardrobe at the things that you have and see if you could maybe change it a little bit, do the alterations that you need or want to do, or even upcycle a piece to something that you really love.
Because most likely, those clothes in your wardrobe are fabrics that you love, prints that you like, and things that you thought might look nice on you. And that's how we learn. We put them on, we realize they don't look as nice as we wanted them to, but we can change them because that's our superpower. We can sew, and if you can sew, you can do anything. I'm going to leave you at this, but if you want to see the clothes that I've just altered and how they look on me, you can go to this video where I ask the question, can your handmade clothes really replace fast fashion for your winter wardrobe? I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.